Hey guys, sorry I got interrupted. So our answer for this first example is where they cross on the x, so at 1 and at 3, okay? We can check that, we can check all of our work by substituting in. So if our answer is equal to 1 or 3, we can substitute that in for x. When we do, for 1, we end up with negative 3 plus 3 equals 0, which is true. And the same thing here, when we combine after substituting, we end up with 0 equals 0. Okay? You can check any of these problems to be sure that you're correct. The check is up to you. Let's try another example. Let's say we have one that looks like this. Example 2. X squared plus 8x equals negative 16. So because it's not set up equal to 0, we need to make it that way. So we're going to move the 16 over. And when we do, because it's negative on the right, when we move it to the left, it becomes positive and then set to 0. Now that it's in the standard form, we can use the axis of symmetry formula to solve, and we get negative 4. Negative 4 becomes our first point for the vertex, which we substitute in. So negative 4 squared plus 8 times negative 4 plus 16. And when we solve that down, we get 0. So the point is going to be at negative 4, 0 to start. And because our C is 16, that means that it's going to cross through the y-axis at 16. And because it starts at the vertex at the x-axis and it doesn't cross through, there's only one solution. So this is an example of one answer. Okay? Let's try another example. Here we go. Similar to the last one. We start with a negative this time. Negative 2x squared minus 8 equals 6x. The x is positive over here, and we need it over here, right? So that it's set equal to 0, and when we do that, it becomes negative. But once it's set up, we can solve. This time, when we're solving for the axis of symmetry, we end up with a fraction, which can happen, okay? So we've got our first point is going to be at 0 and negative 8. And then we have for our vertex, negative 1 and 1/2. And we continue to solve. So let's see. We've got these cancel out. So we end up with negative 9, 3 negatives over 2. And over here we end up with a positive 9 minus 8. So 2 is negative 4.5 plus 1. So that's going to be a negative 3.5 for our vertex. When I go to graph this, they're all negative, so I'm going to go heavy on the negatives. So I've got 0 and negative 8. Let's do negative 2, negative 4, negative 6. So that's here. And then I've got negative 1.5, and then down to 3.5. Maybe a little lower. And because I'm over 1.5, that means I need to go over 1.5 more. That's going to be about here. And now I've got my points, enough to graph my parabola. And this doesn't cross on my x-axis. It doesn't cross at all. So this is an example of no solution. There is no root to this problem. Are you ready to try one? I hope you said yes. Here's yours. X squared plus 2x plus 3 equals 0. Go ahead and pause it and try it. And if you're back to check, you should have got for your points 0 and 3. And then for your vertex, -1 and 2. And when we graph that, 0, 3 is here, and -1 and up 2 is here. Which means this one is another no solution. Doesn't cross the x-axis. Hope you're ready to try some homework. We have homework on page 558. We're going to do numbers 11 through 21, odd only. Please check your answers in the back of the book. When you have your notes done, please send me a copy, a picture copy. And when you have your homework done, please send me that as well. If you're having any trouble uploading, some people have been really creative with sending it through a document. Through Google Docs is fine. They've emailed me a copy. You might have to remind me where you send it so I can find it, but I still expect to see notes and homework from everyone. I hope you have a great day. Good luck. Let me know if you have any questions. If you can, check in during our Google Hangout time. If not today, I think Thursday is the next 8th grade one. I'll double check. But otherwise, have a good day.